breakers on my way down here. That was do a mic check.
Testing 1, 2. All right, most on Christ. Shalom, Yahweh Shema with Shah Barak Thumb to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema Allah Thumb by Shema with shout out to sisters. It's ISUBK, Durham, North Carolina Sabbath service. Prison Officer Mahayah with me conducting as well as Officer Yanazar. You understand? So we're going to get straight into it, man. If you could blow the horn to commence the Sabbath service. Most on Christ. That was solid. You know what I mean? So a Madium means to stand. Wapani Kodum means rise and face the east. We start off with the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew.
Abanawa,
Shabbat
Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashemayim, Dunlanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawath Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawathia Nawa, Wala'ah, Tabi'aya Nawa, Banasaya 1, Abol, Hawashaya Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwath, Waha'ala, Wahathraparith, Iwalumyum, Aman.
In English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Pray for the power of the Hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Babakashah. Nathunlanawa. Hakak. Para'ah. Kal Makalah. Kal Madawa. Hakak. Latahar. Matazarayam. Hakak. Lahakwiyam. Hamathium. Hakak. Al Rarakawaf. Hatama'Allah. Lagarashan. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. The water Aman.
In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it.
The prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazabiah.
Matazabiyah.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawapium.
Alawapium.
Hasaranyum.
Hasaranyum.
Hakotazayanyum.
Hakotazayanyum.
Hakoya Yoyum.
Hakoya Yoyum.
Waha Guatian.
Waha Guatian.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashim Yahweh Shai.
Bahashim Yahweh Shah.
The water Aman.
The water Aman. In English, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shah.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yahana. The
The
generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be it.
The 121st Psalm in Hebrew. Aisha'ah.
Aisha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Hahariam.
Al-Hahariam.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah.
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 Ma'aim.
Ma'aim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Wa Arataza.
Wa'arataza.
Al Yathan.
Al Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hanala'ah.
Hanala'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyaka.
Yamyaka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Balayallah.
Alayallah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makal Rai.
Kalra.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Athnapashka.
Athnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Tazaatka.
Tazaaka.
Wawaatka.
Wabawaaka.
Mayatha.
Mayatha.
Wa'aid Iwalam.
Wa'aid abalam. In English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord,
My help cometh from the Lord.
which made heaven and earth.
Made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy
The
shade
Lord is thy shade
upon thy right hand.
upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all
The
evil.
Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. Psalm 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Al-Dami Alaka,
Al-Damayalaka,
Al-Takarash,
Al-Takarash,
Wa Al-Tashakwat,
Al-Dashakwat,
Al
Al-Kayahana,
Kayahana, Awayabyaka,
Awayabyaka,
Yahama,
Yahama,
Yawan,
Yawan,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al-Imaka,
Al-Imaka,
Yairayamwa,
Yairayamwa,
Sawada,
Sawada,
Wayatha,
Wayatha,
Yaitazawa,
Yaitazawa,
Al-Tazapawanyaka,
Al-Tazapawanyaka,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanakakidam,
Wanakakidam,
Magoya,
Magoya,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Sham Yasha'ala,
Sham Yashala,
Iwada,
Iwada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Nawa Tazawa,
Nawa Aitazawa,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Alyaka,
Alyaka,
Barayath,
Varyath,
Yakorathwa,
Yakarathwa,
Aholia,
Aholia,
Adawam,
Arawam,
Yashamai,
Yashamai,
Alayam,
Alayam,
Mawaaba,
Mawa'aba,
Wahagarium,
Wahagarium,
Gabal,
Gabal,
I'm a one,
Wayamawan,
Amalak,
Wayamalak,
Palashak,
Palashah,
I'm Yashabia,
I'm Yeshabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Zarawa,
Zarawai,
Labanya Lawat,
Labanya Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aishalaham,
Aishalaham,
Kamadian,
Kamadian,
Kasaya,
Kasaya,
Sara'ah,
Sara'ah,
Kayabian,
Kayab,
Manakal,
Banakal,
Wayashwan,
Kwayashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadra,
Ba'ayan,
Bayan,
Da'ara,
Dara,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
Adama,
La Dama,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Nada,
Nada,
Yamawa,
Yabmawa,
Kai Irab,
Kara,
Wakazaba,
Kazaba,
Wakazabak,
Kazabak,
Wakatazal,
Katazaw,
Manai,
Manai,
Kal Nasaya Kamwa,
Cal Nasai Kumwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Naya Rasha,
Naya Rasha,
Lanawa,
Ladawa,
Af,
Ah,
Na'awa,
Nawa,
Alahayam,
Alahayam,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shayatamwa,
Sayatamwa,
Kagogala,
Kagogla,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya Raraha,
Lapanya Rabaka,
Kaash,
Kaash,
Tabiira,
Tabiaira,
Yaira,
Yaira,
Wakalahaba,
Wakalahaba,
Talahat,
Talahat,
Harayam,
Harayam,
Khan,
Khan,
Daradapba,
Baradapma,
Basairika,
Basairika,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapathka,
Wapathka,
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyahum,
Panyahum,
Kwalawan,
Kwalawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwasha,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabaholwa,
Wayabaholwa,
Aidiai,
Aidiyai,
Wayakaparawa,
Wayakaparawa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadayawa,
Wayadayawa,
Kayatha,
Kayatha,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Al Yawan,
Al Yawan,
Al Kal Ha'aratazar,
Al Kaharatazah. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace,
Hold not thy peace,
and be not still,
be not still,
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult,
thine enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate thee
they that hate thee
have lifted up their head.
have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty
They
counsel
have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted
and
against
consulted against
thy hidden ones.
thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
come,
and let us cut them off
and let us cut them off
from being a
from
nation,
being a nation.
that the name of Israel
The name of Israel
may be no more in remembrance.
no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together
They have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against
They
thee,
are confederate against
the
thee,
tabernacles of Edom,
the tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites,
Moab,
Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
Hagarenes,
Gebal,
Gebal,
and Ammon,
Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the
the
Philistines,
Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
the inhabitants of Tyre,
Assur
Assur
also is joined with
is
them.
joined with them.
They have hope in the children of
They
Lot.
have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the
as
Midianites,
unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kison,
at the brook of Kison,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth,
They became as dung for the earth.
made their nobles
Make their nobles
like Oreb
like Oreb
and like Zeeb.
and like Zeeb.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes,
all their princes,
as Azabah
Azabah
and Azalmunah,
and Azalmunah,
who said,
who said,
Let us take to
let
ourselves
us take to ourselves
the houses of Yahweh in possession.
the houses of Yahweh in possession.
O my power,
Oh, my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the
as
wind,
the stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth a wood,
as the fire burneth a wood,
and as the
and
flame
as the flame
set the mountains on
set
fire.
the mountains on fire.
So persecute
So
them
persecute them
with thy
with
tempest,
thy tempest,
and make them afraid
make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
Oh, Yahweh,
let them be
let
confounded
them be confounded
and trouble forever.
and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish, that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
art the most high
of all the earth.
of all the earth. Sir?
All right, the child means be seated. Sign of Christ. Sign of Christ. We're gonna pick, you know what I'm saying? We'll go get back right into it. Where we left off at last week. You understand? Which was Genesis chapter 41 and verse 55. Genesis 41 and 55. Let's say we'll pick it right back up. Get right back to it. So for those who want to, tune in at home and read along, you can just go to blueletterbible.org, right? Type in Genesis chapter 41 at the top. Scroll down to verse 55. And you press that button that says tools on the side, that blue button. It'll pull up the Assyrian Hebrew, so you'll be able to see what we're actually reading, right? So whenever you're ready, Anza.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 41, verse 55 in Hebrew. Watha Ra'ib, Kal, Aratazar, Matazarium, Wayatazaik, Ha'im, Al, Para'ai, Lalakam, Waya Amar, Para'ai, Lakal, Matazarium, Lakawa, Al Yawasap Ashar Ya Amar Lakum for Aishawa. Okay, verse 56. Wahara'ib Haya Al Kal Panya Ha'aratazar Waya Pathak Yawasap Ath Kal Ashar Bahum Waya Shabar La Matazarium Waya Chaza Hara'ib Ba'aratazar Matazarium. Verse 57. Wakal Ha'arataza Ba'awa Matazaria Ma La Shabor Al Yawasap Kaya Hazak Hara'ib Bakal Ha'arataza. We're going to the next chapter. We're going to the book of Genesis, chapter 42 and verse 1. Wayara'ah Ya'aikwab Kaya Yash Shabar Ba'matazarium Waya Amar Ya'aikwab La Bunyawa Lama Fafa Ra'awa. Verse 2. Waya Amar Hana Shema'ithia Kaya Yash Shabar Ba'matazarium Radwa Shema Washa Barwa Lanwa Masham Wana Kaya Wala'a Namawaf. Verse 3. Wayaradwa Akia Yawasap Aishara La Shabor Bar Mamatazarium. Verse 4. Wa'ath Banyamyam Akia Yawasap La'a Shalak Ya'aikwab Ath Akiawa Kaya Amar Pan Yakwara Anwa Asawan. Now we're going to go back to where we started in the book of Genesis 41 and 55, and we're going to start reading in English. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 41 and verse 55 in the English. And when all the land of Egypt was famished, the people cried to Pharaoh for bread. And Pharaoh said unto all the Egyptians, Go unto Joseph. What he saith to you, do. Verse 56. And the famine was over all the face of the earth. And Joseph opened all the storehouses and sold unto the Egyptians. And the famine waxed sore in the land of Egypt. Verse 57. And all countries came into Egypt to Joseph to buy corn, because the famine was so sore in all the lands. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 42 and verse 1. Now, when Jacob saw that there was corn in Egypt, Jacob said unto his sons, Why do ye look one upon another? Verse 2. And he said, Behold, I have heard that there is corn in Egypt. Get you down thither and buy for us from thence that we may live and not die. Most High is no joke.
Right.
That's all I can say.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 42. And Joseph's 10 brethren went down to buy corn in Egypt. Verse 4, Salakia. But Benjamin, Joseph's brother, Jacob sent not with his brethren, for he said, lest peradventure mischief befall him. You don't trust him.
So he's a good father, man. He's like, yeah, man, y'all go down there, y'all go get some corn, man. He's like, nah, not you, Benjamin. Nah, you stay right here. You're gonna get into something.
Yeah, I know the dude did something. Because he's a prophet of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He ain't no fool.
Hey man, the scripture say, know them that labor amongst you. Yeah, I mean, you gotta know your brothers, man.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 42, and verse 5 in the Hebrew. Waya ba'awa banya yasha Allah la shabar bathawaka habaya haba'ayam kaya haya hara'aib ba'aratazar Kana'ain. Verse 6. Waya yasap hawa'a hashalayat al ha'arataza hawa'a hama shabayar lakal aim ha'arataza waya ba'awa akia yawasap waya shafa kawa wa lawa apanyam arataza. Verse 7. Waya ra'a yawasap af akyawa waya karam waya fa nakar aliyaham waya dabar athum kwashawath waya amor alaham ma'ayan ba'atham waya amarwa ma'arataza Kanain lashabar akal. Verse 8. Wayakar yawasap af akyawa waham la'ah hakarathwa. No, hakara hawa. Hakara'awa salakia. Verse 9. Okay, salakia. Waya zakar yawasap af haha lamwath ashar kalam lakam waya amar alaham ara golium athum wara awath af irawath ha'arataza ba'athum. Verse 10. Waya marwa aliyawa la'a adunya wa ibadiaka ba'awa lashabar akal. Verse 11. Kalunwa banya ayash akad nakanya kanyam anya kanawa la'a hayawa ibadjaka aragolium This is the book of Genesis, chapter 42 and verse 5 in the English. And the sons of Israel came to buy corn among those that came, for the famine was in the land of Canaan. Verse 6, and Joseph was the governor of the land, and it was that sold to all the people of the land. And Joseph's brethren came and bowed down themselves before him with their faces to the earth. Verse 7, and Joseph saw his brethren, and he knew them, but made himself strange unto them, because he dressed like an Egyptian now. He's, what is it, about 12 years later or something?
Some time has passed, man.
Yeah. Because he was in jail like 3 years, right? He was in jail like 3 years or so. Well, some good time has passed. Okay. But made himself strange unto them, and spake roughly unto them. And he said unto them, whence come ye? Where you from? And they said, from the land of Canaan to buy food. Now, you know, this is black folks right here. Just the way they talk, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. Verse 8, Salakia. And Joseph knew his brethren, but they knew not him. Verse 9. And Joseph remembered the dream which he dreamed of them, and said unto them, ye are spies to see the nakedness of the land ye are come. He said, you're spies because your land is messed up. You come here to spy on our land. See how we getting through. Verse 10. And they said unto him, nay, my lord, but to buy food are thy servants come. Verse 11. We are all one man's son. We are true men. Thy servants are no spies. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 42 and verse 12 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar, Alham, La'ah, Kaya, Arawath, Ha'aratazar, Ba'atham, Lara Awath, the Arawath. Verse 13. Waya Amarwa, Shanyam, Ishar, Ibadjaka, Ahayam, Anaknawa, Banya, Ayash, Akkad, Ba'aratazar, Kanain, Wahana, Hakwatan, Ath, Anakyanawa, Hayawum, Waha Afaka, oh no, Salakia, Waha Afak, Afad, not Afak, Akad, Salakia, Waha Akkad, Ayanunwa. Verse 14, Wayamar Alham Yawasap Hawa'a Ashar the Barathia, Alakam La Amar Maragolium Athum. Verse 15, Bazaath Haba Kanwa Chaya Para'ai Am Tazaawa Maza Kaya Am Baba Wa'a Akyakam Hakwatan Hazah. Verse 16. Shalakwa Makam Akkad Wayakwak Af Akyakam Wa'atham Ha'asarwa Waya Baknawa. the Bariakum, Ha'amath, Afakum, Wa'am, La'a Haya, Nukaya, Para'ai Kaya, Maragolium, Athum. Verse 17. Waya Asap, Athum al Mashamor, Shalashaf, Yum. Verse 18. Waya Amor, Alahum, Yawasap, Bayawum, Hashalayashia, Za'ath, Aishawa, Wakayawa, Atha, Ha'alahayim, Anya, Yara'ah. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 42 and verse 12 in English. And he said unto them, nay, but to see the nakedness of the land. We read that. 13. Verse 13. And they said, thy servants are 12 brethren, the sons of one man in the land of Canaan. And behold, the youngest is this day with our father, and one is not. They remembered their brother. Verse 14. And Joseph said unto them, that is it that I spake unto you, saying, ye are spies. Verse 15. Hereby ye shall not be proved by the life of Pharaoh. Ye shall not go forth hence, except your youngest brother come hither. Putting them to the test. Verse 16. Send one of you, and let him fetch your brother, and ye shall be kept in prison, that your words may be proved, whether there be any truth in you, or else by the life of Pharaoh, surely ye are spies. Got some game for you.
He's messing with me.
This word. Verse 17.
You gonna sell me? Think I ain't gonna get back?
Kind of one come.
You know what I mean?
And he put them all together into the ward 3 days. And Joseph said unto them, the third day, this do, and live, for I fear the Most High. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 42 and verse 19 in the Hebrew. Kanayam, Atham, Akyakum, Akkad, Ya'asar, Babayath, Masha Marakum, Wa'atham, Lakawa, Habaya Awa, Shabar, Ra'aiba 1, Bathiakum. Verse 20. Wa'ath, Akyakum, Hakwatun, Fabaya Awa, Aliyah, Waya Amarn, Waya Amarnwa, Akyakum, Hakwatun, Habia Awa, Aliyah, Waya Amarnwa, the Bariakum, Wala'a, Thamawathwa, Waya Aishawa Khan. Verse 21. Waya Amarwa, Ayash al Akyawa, Abal, Ashamyam, Anaknawa, al Akyanawa, Ashar, Waya Ayanawa, Tazarath, Napashwa, Baha Kunawa. Alianawa. Wala Shema Ainawa. Al Khan Ba'a Alianawa. Hatazara Haza'af. Verse 22. Waya'ain Ra'awaban Ra'awaban Atham La Amar Halawa'a Amarathia Aliakum La Amar Al Thakata'awa Bayalad Wala'a Shema Aitham Wagum Damwa Hana Nadarash. Verse 23. Wahum La'a Yada'aiwa Kaya Shemai Yawasap Kaya Hamalaya Taza Hamolia Taza Baya Nathum. Verse 24. Wayasab Ma'aliyahum Wayabaka Wayashab Alahum Wayadabar Alahum Wayakwak Ma'athum Ath Shema Iwan. Oh, Simeon. Waya Amar Athwa La Aya Nayahum. In verse 25. Waya Tazawa Yawasap Waya Mala'awa Ath Kaliyahum Bar Wala Hashiyab Kasa Payahum Ayash Al Shakwa Wala Thaf Lahum Tazada Ladaraka Waya Aish Lahum Khan. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 42 and verse 19 in the English. If ye be true men, let one of your brethren be bound in the house of your prison. Go ye, carry corn for the famine of your houses. Verse 20. But bring your youngest brother unto me, so shall your words be verified, and ye shall not die. And they did so. Verse 21. And they said one to another, we are verily guilty concerning our brother, and that we saw the anguish of his soul when he besought us, and we would not hear. Therefore is this distress come upon us. Of course, these being really righteous brothers by nature, they did a wicked act in anger and jealousy. So now they're realizing the recompense of what they've done. You understand? And this is all our people, man. Like, we all done evil things, man. And I think like 98% of us regret the stuff that some of the wicked things that we've done, man. Because it's our nature, man, to be righteous, man. Why do you think the Most High chose us? But we just a bunch of knuckleheads that don't want to listen. Salakia. You understand? Verse 22. And Reuben answered them, saying, spake I not unto you, saying, do not sin against the child? And ye would not hear. Therefore, behold, also his blood is required. So he's saying, didn't I tell you not to do nothing to this brother? to Joseph? Didn't I tell you?
Hmm.
But now you're going to deal with his blood because the blood, they think he's dead because remember, they found blood on, or they put blood on the garment, right? Well, they convinced the father, they thought they had, but he knew all along.
Then, he probably went searching for him, made him look for him.
That's right. Come. Verse 23. And they knew not that Joseph understood them, for he spake unto them by an interpreter. So he was speaking to them in Egyptian language and had an interpreter interpret to them. He was playing the game to the fullest, right? Because he was using it. He knew Hebrew. Come on, man. But he didn't speak to them in Hebrew. He spoke to them in Egyptian and had an interpreter. He playing it to the tilt.
Right.
I love this story. Verse 23. Salaki, verse 24. And he turned himself about from them and wept and returned to them again. See, it was hurting him to do this to his brothers to the point where he cried. You understand? Because this is the kind of people we really are. The way these brothers are is the way we are. There's no difference. The same blood flows through our veins. The very nature of these brothers is our nature as well. We do things to our brothers and we regret it, man. And we pay the consequences for it too. And he turned himself about from them and wept and returned to them again and communed with them and took from them Simeon and bound him before their eyes. Verse 25. Then Joseph commanded to fill their sacks with corn and to restore every man's money into his stack and to give them provisions for the way. Thus did he unto them. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 42 and verse 26 in Hebrew. Waya sha'awa ath shabaram al hamar salakia cha mariahum waya lakawa mashum. Verse 27. Waya pathak ha'akad ath shakwa Lafath Masa Pawa'a Lakamarwa Pama Lawan Wayara'a Ath Kasapawa or Kasapwa and money. Wahana Hawa'a Panya Amathak Kathwa. Hamathakathwa. Verse 28. Wayama al Akyawa. Hawashab. Kasapya. Wagum. Hana ba'a mathakathwa thea. Mama. Kathia. Waya taza'a. Labum Waya Karadwa Ayash Al Akyawa La Amar Ma Za'ath Aisha Aliyahum Lanawa. Verse 29. Waya Ba'awa Al Ya'aikwab Abiyahum Arataza Kana'ain Waya Gayadwa Lawa Ath Kal Hakwarath Athum La Amar. Verse 30. The bar Ha'ayash Adunya Ha'aratazar Athunwa Kwashawath Wayathun Aknawa. No, Athnawa. Athunwa, Salakia. Athunwa. Kama Ragolium. Ath Ha'aratazar. Salakia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This, okay. 32 will be the last one. Verse 31. Wana Amar. Aliyawa. Kanayam. Anaknawa la'a. Haya Yanwa. Maragolium. In verse 32. Shanyam. Aishar. Anaknawa. Akim. Banya. Abiyanawa. Ha'akad. Ayananwa. Waha Kwatan. Hayawum. Ath. Abiyanawa. Ba'arataza Kanain. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 42 and verse 26 in the English. And they ladded their asses with the corn and departed thence. Verse 27. And as one of them opened his sack to give his ass provender in the inn, he spied his money, for behold, it was in his sack's mouth. So what's happening here is like he's getting ready to feed one of his animals, and he noticed that the money that he paid for the corn is back in his sack. You know, he's like, hey, didn't I use this money to buy this corn? Verse 28. And he said unto his brethren, my money is restored, and lo, it is even in my sack. And their hearts failed them, and they were afraid. See, like if you were a thief, you would rejoice. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I got this money. See, if you was a thief. You know, I was in a grocery store a couple of weeks ago, right? And I was buying some items, and I scanned the items, but one of them didn't scan. So I wasn't sure. So I looked at the receipt, and I saw that I didn't scan one of the items, and I was like, that demon said, yo, you could walk out the store. No kidding. I said, hell no. I got more dignity than that. And I went and scanned that item, because this is who we really are. This is what these stories is all about, is to learn. You know, everything written aforetime was written for our learning, man. And Israel has to learn who the hell they are and get away. This world is so wicked, man. It's almost incomprehensible. We can't even hardly understand the wickedness that goes on in this world on a daily basis. You understand? So we have this right here, man, to prove what righteousness is, man. That's what this is for. You understand? These ain't no damn fairy tales to tell your children so they could go to sleep. This is the truth right here as to who Israel really is. Salakia, sir. Verse 29. Salakia. Let me finish 28. And they were afraid, saying one to another, what is this that God hath done unto us, man? Understand? Because they're not wicked. They made a mistake when they were younger, but they're not wicked, man. You understand? They understand that there's recompense. See, that's the whole thing about it, sir. It's like what we learned is that when we do something wrong, hey, man, there's a recompense for everything that you do. Even in science, they tell you that. For every positive action, there's a negative reaction. It's scientific. You can't get around it. That's the way we say it. That's right. Verse 30. Hold on. Verse 29, and they came unto Jacob, their father, unto the land of Canaan, and told him all that befell unto them, saying, verse 30, the man who is the Lord of the land spake roughly to us, and took us for spies of the country. Verse 31. And we said unto him, we are true men. We are no spies. Verse 32. We be 12 brethren, sons of our father. One is not, and the youngest is this day with our father in the land of Canaan. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 42 and verse 33 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar, Alianawa, Ha'ayash, Adunya, Ha'arataza, Baza'ath, Adai, Kaya, Kanyam, Atham, Akiakam, Ha'akad, Hanaya, Hanayahawa, Afthiyah, Wa'ath, Ra'iba 1, Bathiakam, Kwakwa, Lakolwa. Verse 34. Waham Baya'awa of Ath, Akiakam, Hakwatan, Aliyah, Wa'adai. 34, sir. Kaya La'a, Maragolium, Athum Kaya, Kanyam, Athum, Ath, Akiakam, Athun, Lakam, Wa'ath, Ha'aratazar, Hasakarwa, Thasakarwa, Salaki. Verse 35. Wayahaya, Hum, Maraya Kwayum, Shakya Hum, Wahana Ayash, Tazarawar, Kasapwa, Bashakwa, Wayara'awa, Ath, Tazarorwath, Kasap Payahum, Hama, Wa Abiyahum, Waya Yar, Waya Ya'awa, Yarawa, Waya Yarawa. Verse 36. Waya Amar Alahum, Ya'aquab, Abiyahum, Akia, Shakalatham, Yawasap, Ayanawa, Ayanunwa, Salaya, Ayanumwa, Washa Ma'ain, Ayanawa, Wa'ath, Banyamian, Thaqua, Aliyah, Hayawa, Kalana. 37. Waya Amor, Ra'awabun, Al-Abanyawa, Abiyawa, Salakia, Abiyawa, La Amar, Ath, Shanya, Banya, Thamayath, La'a, Abiya Anwa, Abiyanwa, Aliyaka, Hana, Athwa, Al, Yadaya, Wa Anya, Asya Banwa, Aliyaka. And verse 38. Waya Amor, La'a, Yarad, Banya, Aimakam, Kaya, Akyawa, Math, Wa Hawa'a, Labadwa, Nasha'ar, Wa Kwara'awa, Rakawa, Kwara Ahawa, Asawan, Badaraka, Ashar, Thalakwa, Ba, Waha, Waradatham, Ath, Shayabathia, Bayagawan, Sha'awala. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 43, and verse 1 in the Hebrew. Waha Ra'aib Kabad Ba'aratazar. I'm going to go back. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 42, and verse 33 in English. And the man, no. Still out here, verse 34. Verse 44. Yeah, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, verse 33. Salakia, my bad. And the man, the Lord of the country, said unto us, hereby shall I know that ye are true men. Leave one of your brethren with me, and take food for the famine of your household, and be gone. Verse 34. And bring your youngest brother unto me. Then shall I know that ye are no spies, but that ye are true men. So will I deliver your brother, and ye shall traffic in the land. 35. And it came to pass, as they emptied their sacks, that behold, every man's bundle of money was in his sack. And when they and their father saw the bundles of money, they were afraid. Oh, how did this money get back into the sack, yo?
Giving them hell, boy. I mean, hell, you did sell me. So I mean,
now we got our money back. Oh, good, man. This is good, man. Verse 36. And when Jacob their father said unto them, me have ye bereaved of my children. Joseph is not, and Simeon is not, and you will take Benjamin away? All these things are against me. Now you see that? So the thing that you've done is against your father, man. What you do against your brother is against your father, man. That's deep, man. I never thought of it that way. You know what I'm saying? Overall, that's heavy, man. Whatever you've done to your brother is against your father, man. That's why the Most High says that if you hate your brother without a cause, man, then you're a murderer, man. Mm-hmm. You understand? You will murder your brother, because that's what Canaan did. He didn't have no cause to murder Abel, right? But he did out of jealousy and envy. Mm-hmm. And that was against the Most High, man. So this is like, I'm just trying to make an analogy here.
No, you're right. It teaches you like following the scripture. Like the Lord is perfect in all that He does, man. And like following these scriptures, we obtain the best characteristics a human being can have, man. You know what I mean? It don't get no better than this. You know what I mean? Society and the world we live in can never teach you to be a good person in this way. You know what I mean? Like this can only be learned and taught in the truth and the Isupk on the command.
That's right,
man. You can't learn this nowhere else.
And this is why, if I may, sir, this is why we were given these scriptures, so that we could rule the world with these scriptures in righteousness, man. This is why He gave it to us, man. Because He knew that we could do it, but we didn't want to do it. We wanted to do like the heathen. We want to play games and love whores and all this madness that we got ourselves caught up in. We're going to learn the lesson. We're going to learn this lesson just like these brothers about to learn theirs. I love this, man. I love this truth, man. I can't even express how much I love this truth, because it steers your soul, man. Okay. Salakia. Verse 38, 37. And Reuben spake unto his father, saying, slay my two sons, if I bring him not to thee. Deliver him into my hand, and I will bring him to thee again. Reuben has, by this time, he has his own children. So he's telling his father, yo, you can kill my children if I don't bring your son back to you. Anyway, I ain't going to keep on harping on it. But this is some good stuff, man, And he said, verse 38, and he said, my son shall not go down with you, for his brother is dead, and he is left alone. If mischief before him by the way in the which ye go, then shall ye bring down my gray hairs with sorrow to the grave. He said, it's going to kill me, man. If you take my other son, these two sons, Joseph and Benjamin, was from his favorite wife who died. And everybody has their favorites, man. It's just nature, man. It ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? He had his favorite. His favorites was Joseph and Benjamin because he loved their mother. You understand? But Reuben was the firstborn. He still gets the inheritance. Am I saying too much there? Verse 1. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 43 and verse 1. And the famine was sore in the land. And this is the book of Genesis, chapter 43 and verse 2 in Hebrew. Vayachaya ka'ashar kolwa la'akal ath hashabar ashar abiyawa matazarium waya amar alahayim abiyahum shabwa shabarwa lunwa ma'ait akal. Verse 3. Waya amar al yawa Yahawada la amar ha'aid banwa ha'ayash la amar la'a fara'awa panya balathia akiakam athakam. Verse 4. Yashak ma shalak ath akianawa athanwa na rada wanash shabara laka akal. Verse 5. Wa ayanakwa mashalak la'a narad kaya ha'ayash amar alianawa la'a fara'awa panya balathia akiakam athakam. Verse 6. Waya amar yasha'ala lama hara'itham laya lahagayad la'ayash aiwad lakam ath. Verse 7. Waya amarwa sha'awal Sha'al ha'ayash lanwa wala mawaladathiyanawa wala ma waladathnawa. That's a kicker right there, boy. Ooh-wee. La Amor, Ha'aiwad, Abiakum, Haya, Ayash, Lakum, Ath, Wana God, Lawa al Paya, Haya, Hayash, Lakum, Ath, Wana God, Wala al Paya, Hadaborium, Allah, Haya, Dawai, Nadai, Kaya, Ya Amor, Wala Rayadwa, Ath, Akiakum. And last but not least, verse 8, Waya Amor, Yahawada, Al Yasha'ala, Abiyawa, Shalaka, Hana'ar, Akia, Wana Kwama, Wana Laka, Wana Kaya, Wala A, Namawath, Gum, Anathinawa, Anaknawa, Salakia, Gum, Atha, Gum, Tapunwa. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 43 and verse 2 in the English. And it came to pass, when they had eaten up the corn which they brought out of Egypt, their father said unto them, Go again, buy us a little food. Verse 3, And Judah spake unto him, saying, The man did solemnly protest us, saying, Ye shall not see my face except your brother be with you. Verse 4, If thou wilt send our brother with us, we will go down and buy thee food. Verse 5, But if thou wilt not send him, we will not go down. For the man said unto us, Ye shall not see my face except your brother be with you. Verse 6, And Israel said, Wherefore dealt ye so ill with me, as to tell the man whether ye had yet a brother? You know what I'm saying? Why did you tell the dude you had a brother, man? What that had to do with anything? Because that was the Lord that made that come out of them. They guilt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Verse 7. And they said, The man asked us straightly of our state and of our kindred, saying, Is your father yet alive? Have ye yet another brother? And we told him according to the tenor of these words. Could we certainly know that he would say, Bring your brother down? Hey, man, we didn't know. Okay. Verse 8. And Judah said unto Israel, his father, Send the lad with me, and we will arise and go, that we may live and not die, both we and thou, and also our little one. You know, this is for the sake of the whole family. You know what I'm saying? This is what he's saying. That's it, right? Yeah. So that's we're gonna start at 43 and 9.
All right, so that was the last set right there. All right. So next week we'll pick back up Genesis 43 and verse 9. You know what I mean? Keep going into it, keep diving into it. Yeah, but once again, man, like when you go into these scriptures, you see just how great and amazing these scriptures are, man. And how in following this Bible, you acquire the best characteristics there are. You know what I mean? You can become the best person, you know what I mean? The best version of yourself, however you want to say it. You can become perfect in the eyes of the Lord, man. If we just hearken unto these scriptures. You know what I mean? If we just do what our Father, tells us to do. You may not see the bright side of it. You know what I mean? You may not see how you come out on top. But when you stick the course, man, You know what I mean? We follow what the Lord tells us to do, man. No bad can come from it. You know what I mean? And if bad does come from it, you know what I'm saying? You take it cheerfully, as the scriptures say. You know what I mean? Take it cheerfully, man. Don't fold. You know what I mean? Don't clip up and try to run. Because serving the Lord is not easy, man. You know what I mean? Serving the Lord is not easy, but it's what we're supposed to do if you're an Israelite. You're so-called Black, Hispanic, and then American. This is our life. You know what I mean? This is our history. This is our heritage. You understand? We're going to clip it up right there, man. So just up here, Midium. Christ, man. War time, man. Men of Israel, gird thyselves to prepare to salute the Torah. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah Brakiyah.
Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah Brakiyah.
All right. So, could get one more blow.
I don't want
Christ. All right. So Midium, this means to stand. Wapanya Quadum means rise to face east. Start out with the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew.
Abanawa,
Abanawa,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Kodash,
Kodash,
Hayah,
Hayah,
Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah,
Taba'ah,
Ratizayaka,
Ratizayaka,
Hayah,
Hayah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Ba'aratiza,
Ba'aratiza,
Kawa,
Kawa,
Hayah,
Hayah,
Bashamayim,
Bashamayim,
Nathan Lenawa,
Lathananawa,
Lakam,
Lakam,
Cow,
Cow,
Yawum,
Yawum,
Wasalak Nawa,
Wasalak Nawa,
Kabawath Nawa,
Kabawath Nawa,
Kasalak Nawa,
Kasalak Nawa,
Kabawath Yanawa,
Kabawath Yanawa,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Tabi'aya Nawa,
Tabi'aya Nawa,
Banasaya 1,
Banasaya 1,
a ball,
Hawashaya
Nawa,
Habashaya Nawa,
Mayun,
Mayun,
Rai,
Rai,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Laka,
Laka,
Hamalakwath,
Hamalakwa,
Waha'ala,
Waha'ala,
Wahafaparith,
Wahatapara,
Iwalumyum,
La'awalumyum,
Aman.
Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it.
The prayer for the power, the Hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Baba Kashah.
Baba Kashah.
Nathan Lenawa.
Lathananawa.
Hakak.
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 La Para'ah.
La Pa'ah.
Kal Makala.
Kal Makala.
Wakal Marawa.
Wakal Marawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Hamatazarayim.
Hamatazarayim.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Lahakwium.
Lahakwiyam.
Hamathium.
Hamathium.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Al-Rawakawath.
Al-Wakarawath.
Hatama'ala.
Hatama'ala.
Lagara Shun.
Lagarishun.
Bahashim Yahweh Shai.
Bahashim Yahweh Shai.
The water Aman.
The water Aman. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it.
The prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh.
Barakatha Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazabaya.
Matazabiyah.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yana.
Alawapium.
Halawapium.
Asaranyum.
Hasaranyum.
Hakotazayanyum.
Hakotazayanyum.
Hakoyayoyum.
Hakoyayoyum.
Wahagwathian.
Wahagwathian.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
Hashim Yahushua.
The Wada Aman.
The water Aman. The English, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohanan. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
So be it. Psalm 121 in the Hebrew. Aisha.
Aisha.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Haharium.
Al-Haharium.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Isaiah.
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 Ma'aim.
Ma'aim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Wa'arataza.
Wa'arataza.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawum.
Ayanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hanala'a.
Hanala'a.
Yanawum.
Yanawam.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yayashun.
Yayashun.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yashra'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka. Yahweh Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh Tazalka.
Yahweh Tazalka.
Al-Yad.
Aliyad.
Yamyaka.
Yamyaka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'a.
La'a.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Balayala.
Balayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makal Rai.
Makal Rai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
The Pashka.
Athna Pashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Tazaatka.
Taza'aka.
Wabawa'atka.
Wabawa'aka.
Mayatha.
Mayatha.
Wa'aid Iwalam.
Wa'aid Awalam. In English. I will lift mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
The 83rd Psalm in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Dami Alaka.
Al-Dami Alaka.
Al-Thakarash.
Al-Thakarash.
Al-Thashakwat.
Al-Thashakwat.
Al. Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awayabyaka.
Awayabyaka.
Yahama.
Yahama.
Yawan.
Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Imaka.
Al-Imaka.
Yaira Yamwa.
Yaira Yamwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Ya'itazawa.
Ya'itazawa.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Amarawa.
Amarawa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakidam.
Wanakakidam.
Magoya.
Magoya.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Awada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa'itazawa.
Nawa'itazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Barayaf.
Barayaf.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Aholia.
Aholia.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashamai.
Wayashamai.
Alayam.
Alayam.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagaria.
Wahagorium.
Gabal.
Gabal.
I'm a one.
I'm a one.
I'm a lock.
I'm a lot.
Palashat.
Alashah.
I'm Yeshabia.
I'm Yeshabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawai.
Zarawai.
Labanya Lawat.
Labanya Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aishalaham.
Aishalam.
Kaimajin.
Kamajin.
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sara'ah.
Sara'ah.
Kayabian.
Kayabian.
Panakal.
Manakal.
Kwayashwan.
Kwayashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Ba'ayan.
Bayan.
Da'ara.
Dara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La'adama.
Ladama.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Nada.
Nada.
Yamawa.
Yabmawa.
Ka'arab.
Ka'arab.
Bakazaba.
Bakazabak.
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 Bakatazal.
Bakatazal.
Manai.
Manai.
Kaunasaya Kamwa.
Kaunasai Kamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Nayarasha.
Nayarasha.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ath. Na'awath.
Na'awath.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagogala.
Kagogala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya Rawaka.
Lapanya Rabaka.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Tabia Ira.
Tabayaira.
Wakala Haba,
Wakalahaba,
Tarahat,
Talahat,
Harayam,
Arayam,
Khan,
Khan,
Daradapma,
Daradapma,
Basa Iraka,
Basa Iraka,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapatka,
Wapatka,
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyahum,
Panyahum,
Kwalawan,
Kwalawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabahalwa,
Wayabaholwa,
Aija'aid,
Aid,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadawa,
Wayadayawa,
Kaya Atha,
Kaya Atha,
Shimka,
Shimka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Alia one,
Alia one,
Al-Kal Ha'aratazar,
Al Kaharataza. In the English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace,
Hold not thy peace,
and be not still,
be not still,
O
O
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult,
thine enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate
they
thee
that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted against
consulted against
thy hidden ones.
thy hidden
They
ones.
have said,
They have said,
Come,
come,
and let us cut them off
let us cut them off
from being a
from
nation,
being a nation.
that the name of
The
Israel
name of Israel
may be no more in
may be
remembrance.
no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against
They are
thee,
confederate against
the tabernacles of Edom,
the tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites
Ishmaelites
of Moab,
Moab,
and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre.
the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur
Assur
also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes, as Zabah and as Almunah, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as a fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High of all the earth.
Men of Israel, imagine, turn and face the teacher, men of Israel. We give the teacher one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, imagine Shabbat, imagine Barak, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Barakatha.